Good day, great students. Today we're working on Excel 2019 in practice, Chapter 4, Guided Project 4-3. We're going to go ahead and click on our Start file. We have a resource, so we're going to click on the resource. Once the resource starts downloading, click on it. It's going to open up. You'll see over to the right, it's going to say Extract All. If it doesn't, if it's here somewhere else, it doesn't matter. Look up to the top, you'll see where it says Extract, Compress, Folder Tools. Click on it. Over to the right, you'll see Extract All. Make sure the destination is a folder where you're familiar with so that you can go and retrieve the file once we need it. Make sure it's in Downloads. Say Select Folder. Click on Extract. I've already done this, so yes, I'm going to replace the files. And it shows up. I'm going to close this, and now I am ready to click on my Start file. Make it larger. Click on Enable Editing. Step 2 says, copy the past and projected sheet. Place the copy before the criteria sheet and name the copied sheet ADV Filter. So at the bottom we see past and projected. We're going to right click on it. Select Move or Copy. We're going to select Create a Copy. And we're going to move it right before criteria. Click OK. So now we have past and projected 2. We have to rename it. So right click on it. Select Rename. And you're going to change it to ADV Filter. Once you type the name in, press Enter. Step 3, create and format an Excel table. So select cells A4 through E60 on the Advanced Filter sheet. So make sure you're on the Advanced Filter sheet tab. Cells A4 through E all the way down to 60. Click the Quick Analysis tool and choose Tables. This is the Quick Analysis tool. I'm going to choose Tables. And then I'm going to click Table. Step 4 says Apply a Style. Click cell A5 in the table. Click the More button. It's on the Table Tools Design tab. Table Tools Design tab in the Table Styles group. So this is the More button we're looking for. We're going to select White Table Style Medium 15. So in the medium group, we're looking for Table Style 15. It's light gray, it's blue, olive green, purple, white, Table Style Medium 15. Click it. Step 5 says create an output range for an advanced filter. Select cells A4 through E4. And copy and paste them to cell G4. So I'm going to right click in here. I'm going to select on copy. Click on cell G4. I'm going to right click in cell G4 and I'm going to select paste. Type extract range in cell G3 and set the font to Cambria 16 point. Type extract range. I'm going to click on changing the font. Cambria 16. I'm going to adjust the column widths for columns G through K to show all the labels. So I can see the label for month, image, and patients. I can see it for total hours, but I want it to be all one line. And I can see the same thing for number of employees. I'm going to click here between the K and the L. Hold the mouse button down and drag over until it says number of employees all on one line. I'm going to adjust row 4 to a height of 33.75 or either 45 pixels. So I'm going to select row 4. Make sure your arrow is a solid pointing arrow pointing to the right. Click. Go to the Home tab. Go to the Sales group. Select Format. Click on Row Height. And you want to change that to 33.75. Click OK. Create an advanced filter. Click the criteria sheet tab. So here's the criteria sheet tab. And in cell A3, I'm going to type greater than 12, 31, 18 to find all the records after 2018. Cell B3, I'm going to type in MRI. Cell B4, I'm going to type in greater than 12, 31, 19. And for cell B4, I'm going to type in CT scan. Click cell A5 on the advanced filter sheet. This is cell A5. Click the advanced button. It's on the data tab, the sort group, sort and filter group, and we're looking for advanced. The advanced filter pops up. We're going to select copy to another location. Verify that the list range is $A, $4, $E, $60. If the range is incorrect, click and drag to select the range, including the header row. So if your range is not correct here, what you're going to need to do is go over here, highlight A4 through E60. We're going to click on the criteria range, and we're going to select cells A2 through B4 on the criteria sheet. You'll need to click on the criteria sheet, A2 through B4. Click on the copy to box and select cells G4 through K4 on the advanced filter sheet. So this is G4 through K4 on the advanced filter sheet. Click OK. You should get data to fill in based on your criteria that you put in the criteria sheet. Step 7 says sort data in the output range. Select cell G5 and click the sort button. It's on the data tab, sort and filter group. This is the sort button. Where it says sort by, you want to click on the drop down arrow and select image. Verify that sort on selection is cell values and the order is A to Z. Click add level and choose month as the then by selection. Make sure cell values in oldest to newest are the next selections. Click OK, and it should sort your data. Step 8, conditional formatting and borders. Select the cells with values in column I. Click the conditional formatting button. It's on the home tab, the styles group. This is conditional formatting button. You want to choose highlight cells rules, greater than, type 750 if it's not already there, and choose green fill with dark text. Green fill with dark green text. Click OK. Select the extract range starting at cell G5 and apply all borders. We're going to go to the font section, scroll down, and you should see one that says all borders. Click on all borders. Now we're going to press Control on the keyboard and hit the Home key. And it should take us all the way to the top at A1. Step 9 says import a comma-separated values text file. So we're going to click on the Expense Info Sheet tab. We're going to select cell A4. We're going to click From Text/CSV. It's on the Data tab. The Get and Transform Data section. And this is what we're looking for, From Text CSV. The resource that you just downloaded is where we're going to go. So the first thing you need to do is go to your Downloads folder. And you should see EX 2019 Guided Project 4-3 Resources. Click on it. You should see Clemson Text 04. Double click on it. Verify that comma is selected for the delimiter. Click the load arrow and select load to. Select existing worksheet. Verify that cell A4, so yours should say $A, $4 in the existing worksheet window. Click OK. Now we're going to cut and paste the labels in row 3 to replace the labels in row 4. I'm going to cut these. So highlight A3 through D3. Right click, select copy, highlight columns 1 through columns 4, which is also A4 through D4. Right click and select paste. We're going to select cell A5 and click Convert to Range button. It's in the Table Tools Design tab. In the Tools group, you should see Convert to Range here. This will permanently remove the query definition from the sheet and convert the table to a normal range. Continue. Say OK to continue. Select cells A4 through D31 and clear the formats. Go to the Home tab. You'll look for the Editing group, and you should see the button here that says Clear. Click that drop-down arrow and select Clear Formats. You also want to change the data that's in cell A4 through D31 to font size 11. You want to select the labels in row 4, and you want to center align them. So on the alignment section, click on the Center tab. You want to format the dates in column C with short date format. In the number section, click on General. Scroll down until you get to short date. Select columns A through D and size each column to 12.14 or 90 pixels. Once I have all of my columns selected, I'm going to go to the Cells Format section, column width. I'm going to change it to 12.14. Click OK. Now I'm going to deselect the columns by just clicking anywhere. Step 10 says use the Subtotal Command. I'm going to close the Queries and Connections pane. That's here. I'm going to click on cell A5. I'm going to click Sort A to Z button. It's on the Data tab. The Sort and Filter. So click A to Z. Click the Subtotal button is on the Data tab in the Outline group. So Subtotal. Where it says at each change in, it should have last name. Click the Use function arrow and select Average. Verify that the amount box in the Add Subtotal to Area is checked. Click OK. We're going to format the values in column D as currency. So highlight column D. Go to the Home tab. Click on the tab, the drop-down arrow, and select Currency with 0 decimal places. So now we have to decrease the decimal places to 0. So click the Decrease Decimal Place 2 times. Step 11 says Collapse Outline Groups. Click the collapse symbol, the negative symbol for Allen in row 8. Click the collapse symbol for McAllister. So we're going to scroll down until we see McAllister. That is in row 36. Step 12 says Create a Pivot Table. Click the Past and Projected Sheet tab. Select cells A4 through E60. Click the Quick Analysis tool and choose Tables. Point to each pivot table and we're looking for the one that has the sum of employees, sum of total hours, and the patients by image. This is the correct one. So select it. The sheet comes up named as sheet 2. We're going to rename it. So right click, select rename. I'm going to name it pivot table. Press enter once you've renamed it. We're going to drag the month field in the rows area. This is the pivot table field section to the right. Scroll down, you'll see where it says rows. Then below that, you'll see it says month. You're going to click it, drag, and hold into the rest of the sheet. It's going to disappear. That is exactly what you want it to do. Step 13 says format a pivot table. So click cell C4. Click the field settings button. It's in the pivot table tools analyze tab in the active field group. So we're looking for field settings. You're going to click on number format. Choose number as the category and select use 1000 separator and set to 0 decimal places. Go ahead and click OK. We're going to apply the same number format for sum of patients. So click OK again. Now click on D4. Click on field settings. Select number format. Choose number as the category. Use the 1000 separator. Decrease to 0 and select OK. We're going to click OK one more time. Click the More button, Pivot Table Tools Design tab. Pivot Table Styles group. It's the More button. We're looking for dark gray, so we're going to go down to the dark group. Pivot Style Dark 9. So dark gray, Pivot Style Dark 9. Select it. Select Banded Rows. Select the Banded Columns box. Step 14 says create and format a pivot chart. Click the pivot chart table, which is the pivot table tools analyze tab in the tools group. You see pivot chart. You're going to select bar. And then for the subcategory, you're going to select stacked bar. Go ahead and click OK. Position the chart object so that its top left corner is at cell A12. We're going to put the cursor inside the chart object. It's going to turn into a movable arrow. Your cursor should align the top left with A12. And you want to drag the move handle to J30. So all the way over to J, all the way down to 30. We're going to click the More button, Pivot Chart Tools. This Pivot Chart Tools, Design tab. Chart Styles group. This is the More button. And we're looking for Style 8. This is Style 8. Click the Change Colors button. Select Monochromatic Palette 1. Deselect the Number of Employees box in the Pivot Fields pane. So to the right, where it has Number of Employees, you want to uncheck that box. And then we want to click on cell A1. Export data using the clipboard. So click the Advanced Filter Sheet tab. Starting at cell G4. Select cells in extract range and click the copy button. So we're going to select everything here. We're going to go to the Home tab and we're going to select Copy. Open the Clemson Imaging Word document downloaded from the resources link. So we're going to go down and we're going to open the file. It's in our downloads. Uh-oh, I clicked on the one that has not been extracted. My apologies. Click on the one that has been extracted. and you should see Clemson Word 04. Press Control End, so hold Control down and press the End button on the keyboard. Click the arrow with the Paste button and choose Paste Special. Select Microsoft Excel Worksheet Object. Select Paste Link, and then click OK. Click the Center button. Save the Word document as your initials, Excel 4-3 Word. You will not be uploading this file, so just save it. Close it. Next, you're going to save and close your Excel file. Now we're going to upload our file. If you have any questions, please give me a call or stop by the office and see me.